Well, we're here today with Shaun, Tony and Jamie, and it's been a great pleasure to have them here this week. They've been basically running the youth programme in Wondrous, Elim Bible Week, and we're just going to spend a few minutes just having a wee chat with them. Lads, great to have you here today. Maybe for some of the youth who have maybe seen you all week, seen you doing your thing in the youth area, they've seen you preach and whatever you've been doing there, but maybe they haven't got to know where you're from and the little details. So maybe we'll start with you, Shaun, or DJ Baxter, as you're also known.
That's a quick plug there.
Yeah, there you go. So, would you like to tell us just a wee bit of your background, where you're from, how you grew
I'm
up?
from Birmingham. I go to Christian Life Centre and also go to Bream City Church in Stoke. I studied there for uni.
Okay.
So I'm studying radio production and heading into my second year.
Brilliant.
In my spare time, obviously, then gives it away. DJ Baxter, do a bit of stuff. So if you've got wedding parties or anything, I'm the man to call.
Very good. No phone number to call out?
On the spot with the screen there.
Very good. And so, Pastor Tony Irving, great to have you here with us. And so you want to tell us a bit about yourself as well?
Yeah, I'm the associate pastor of City Church Swansea. I look after the students and young adults, and church planting and all that kind of lovely, easy stuff. Yeah, great. We moved down from Birmingham to Swansea about a year ago now. Living life great by the sea. And my beautiful wife Carla, who's also a pastor of the church as well.
Brilliant. And also Pastor Jamie, is that right? That's your official title?
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Good. Tell us a bit about yourself.
So I am originally from Birmingham, but about just under 3 years ago now I moved down to Newquay in Cornwall to start working in the youth department there. Went on an internship. And about a year into that I took over as the youth pastor, so I'm now the youth pastor at the Elim Church in Newquay, which is really cool. Great place to live.
Yeah. Good. And if I'm right, this is your first trip to Northern Ireland?
It is indeed.
You kind of dipped into it for a wee while?
Yes, for about 3 miles on the way to Monaghan, and that was about it.
Okay, so tell us a bit about your experience. You've been travelling around, seeing a few of our Wondrous sites of Northern Ireland.
Got the Wondrous.
Yeah, I got that one. So tell us a bit about your experience in Northern Ireland so far then.
Oh, we've loved it. The furthest we went was Carrickfergus McDonald's for the first couple of days. And then one of the pastors that I know around here took us around Belfast just this last night. The Shankill Road and the Peace Walls and some of the memorials. It's just a real eye-opener to how things working over here and some of the things that you guys are trying to work through. It's brilliant, it's just like a little bit nerve-wracking, Oh, that's the guy that runs the area, that's the guy that runs that, like, really? You know that guy? Okay. Yeah, but it was all good, really good.
Good. What about yourselves?
Yeah, I think it was a great experience. First time coming over to Ireland. I think it's just, as I say, it's an island, but it's great to see that you guys have still got community spirit. Over in England, I say the community spirit is gone, but over here it's really close knit, and you can see it within the churches as well. That's it, really.
Yeah, Jamie. And so would you be used to the kind of culture we have here? Would it be a similar culture in Birmingham, or I know you have if I'm right, the Brums and the what else is there? There's the different cultures or the different groups and things like that. Am I right?
Zulus.
Oh, that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's quite different. I find it quite different in that sense. It's quite funny because whenever you're in the meetings with the young people, they look at you like you're talking a foreign language. It's like, I don't know whether they just don't understand what we're saying, or we're just really boring. It's one of the two.
What did you just say?
What did you say?
But it's quite funny, and it's great to see the differences in culture, differences in. It's just great to see how, but obviously we all come together and just obviously worshiping the same God, which is ultimately what we're here for and stuff. So let's bring it back down.
Good, bring it back down. No, good. And so you've been really running the programme at the moment for this week in Wondrous. Tell us a bit about maybe the people who've been involved, because it's been slightly different. We've had input from different churches this year, and also just some of the things you've been working through.
Because of Relentless, good plug for us there, thank you, Relentless there, starting this Saturday, Jamie Chavez, get down, and some guy called Tony Irving. Anyway, because of the Relentless thing happening Saturday, the Relentless band are full on, so we've asked different youth bands to come in, Dundonald, Carrick, Bangor, all these other places, and they've been absolutely phenomenal. I've been like one guy from Monaghan, 15-year-old, and we were stunned. Gets up there, prophesies, sings, leads. I'm like, whoa! And like so encouraged at the level of the worship and the heart of worship. These young people love worship, but the bands have just been stunning.
Good.
You know, and they're just like really encouraged, and you know, I guess coming with fresh eyes sometimes, because you guys see it all the time, you don't realise how good it is. We're like, wow, that kid's 15. My goodness, what was I doing at 15? I think I was playing FIFA.
Yeah.
That was it. You know, it was really good. You know, breaking joysticks and stuff like that. It was stunning. And we had some of the Serious4God team, Darren McClatchy, Davey Hume preaching, phenomenal preaching, just to get us, so we could get our heads around just get the setup, like doing a youth meeting in a lecture theatre.
Yeah.
It's like, what even is that? What can you get? What can you do? There's like no space for anything, but it's been brilliant. The guys really helped, but they brought it, and it's been really an eye opener to like the level of worship that these guys have really appreciate the input as well.
Great.
Really appreciate it.
Great. So, Michelle, what's some of the themes that you've been working through then each night?
This week we've been working for the theme Wondrous. Leave Jamie to do the rest of it. You preached on Daniel.
Yes.
And Joseph.
And Joseph, yeah.
Yes. And Tony's going to be preaching about.
Imagine.
There we are.
Okay.
So that's what the themes have been going on this week.
We're going through, our key verse for this week has been Ephesians 3:20. So talking about how, you know, God is immeasurably more than we can imagine. So obviously trying to just tap into that this week and trying to actually just, you know, let the young people have liberty to dream big dreams, and you know that God wants us to dream these big dreams, and God wants us to be able to fulfill these big dreams, but ultimately it's only through Him that we can do those things. So we're going to try and really push that this week, trying to really just push into that whole area, you know, trying to break down any strongholds or any fear or doubt or whatever that may be in their mind with that. And it's been brilliant. So I think each night we've gone on and progressed, and there seems to be more responsive. Like last night, Thursday night, and they just had the bit at the end. Tony preached an amazing message, but at the end we just had a time of worship, and I think God was really doing stuff in there, and you know, there was not a massive appeal, not a massive prayer ministry. They just worshipped, and God was doing something. So it's great to see, and we're really looking forward to the final meeting this evening to see what
think that
happens.
the passion is that we want God to do something in them and through them, and in that order, and that the view they have of God is just blown out of the water. You know, Rick Warren says the most important thing about you is what you think about when you think about God, and it's us that limits God. God doesn't limit himself. He's limitless.
Yeah.
And we just want guys to get a glimpse of a bigger God in Ephesians 3:20, that immeasurable more God, and then from that encounter go out, and it's going to need it, isn't it? You know, we've been here a couple of days, we've seen some of the things that you guys are up against. It's going to need a miracle, but we serve the God of the miracle. So like, you know, and that's just what we just want to stir up some faith, or lift the faith level. That's what we're about, and it's just awesome to see what this immeasurably more God can do, and just seeing just that little twinkle in the eye of God speaking. And even the lecture theatre has helped, because it hasn't been leader-led. So it's not like, come out, we'll pray for you. And it's like, oh, Pastor Tony or Pastor Jamie or Pastor Ross has come and laid his hands on me, now I'm okay. Yeah. It's like, guys, we can't get amongst you. There's people sick, lay your hands on them, because that's what the Bible says. Yeah. And like, that's kind of lent itself to help us empower people, that it's, you know, the equipping of the saints, isn't it? Yeah. That's what it's about, and so that's what we're here to do.
Brilliant. And I know I've spoke over this week to youth from right across, you know, the different churches, and it's all been, wow, it's been amazing, and been really encouraging words that we hear from individual young people. So, but on the wide scale of Wondrous, you've obviously been able to, when you've not been at the youth meetings at night time, you've been able to come to the Bible studies, and I suppose be involved in a bit of the community that's been going on in here. Is there a few things you want to pick out of that you want to share with us? Anything that you have maybe picked up from the community aspect?
It was just myself. Jamie was coming on the Monday, flying in from the UK, and there was two of us, and we did a youth meeting, and we were a bit nervous at first because we didn't know what to expect. Great time, and a really good evening, and then we came out the lecture theatre, and this noise just hit us, like this wall of Irishness. Okay. You know, talking and full of life, and you know, you just like, you walked into Zest Cafe and it was just like, what is that noise? That's louder than the PA they've just made it, and it was brilliant just to see that, and the welcome that we've had as well.
The hospitality.
And how people have treated, you know, each other, but they're like spotted it, you know, it's like we've been part of the family. It's been superb just to see that community, that buzz, and it's just like, you know, it's a credit. It's a credit to what you guys are trying to build.
No, and we really appreciate all that you've come and the input you've had on our young people and the youth and stuff. You've mentioned briefly that you're going to be involved in Relentless next week. Relentless, this is the third year of Relentless, and I mean, I've been there every year myself, and just the stories and stuff. But maybe you want to give people a bit of a promo of what maybe you're going to be sharing at Relentless, and some of the things that are on your heart for specifically the young people at Relentless.
It's one of those things when I asked, because I was here, I asked Ross, can I come and do an advert for a thing that I'm part of? He said, yeah, please, and then preach. I was like, okay. And then I found out more about what he was asking me to do, and I was like, wow, okay, this is a bit nerve-wracking. And then I got a tweet from Jabin Chavez, who's the keynote speaker, who was speaking at Hillsong, New York. That's and I'm like, I am on the same bill as that guy, what even is that? I just like started to freak out, but anyway. And I've just been hearing the stories and the excitement that people, when you spell the word relentless, they go crazy. Like, God is doing something with that, and it must be because it's gone from, how many was it, 200-300?
Yeah, you remember had that staying over
400, 500, 600, now there's a 1,000-seater marquee.
That's right, yeah.
And I've seen pictures, it looks stunning. It looks like top notch. And my heart is, I've been carrying a message. I come from the land of revival. I live in Wales, and God's doing some amazing stuff over in Wales. And I live 5 minutes away from Moriah Chapel, which is Welsh Revivalville, if you want to know. And I just had this message that I'm carrying about the high place and the secret place, and it talks about how the high place is doing it on God's terms, doing faith on God's terms, coming back to the way that He wants to do things. Changing of the guard, a changing of the order, but it comes from that secret place, that kind of where God just you just fall in love with God in that quiet place, that not just necessarily quiet time, but when you just have that moment with God and just you cultivate that. So it's between those two places that I feel I want to bring on Sunday morning. So I'm really excited about what God's going to do. A bit nervous, and it's kind of like, okay, you really want me to say this, God, come on. But I'm looking forward to it, loving it. The guys are doing a great job. I've had the privilege of meeting some of the Serious4God guys, and they're just knocking it out the park. Like really, you know, brilliant stuff. Such vision, but such a heart for young people.
Certainly, yeah, and it's been going from strength to strength every year, you know, but we just want to say thank you for all that you've done this week and all that you're going to feed into the Relentless programme and just into the Elim youth as a whole, so thank you.
Well, thank you for having us. It's been a real honour and a privilege to be asked to come over and to be part of it. We've been more blessed than probably everyone else, to be fair. You know, thank you.
Good, and we just want to say that if you're a youth leader, if you're a youth pastor or a pastor and you haven't thought about going to Relentless, it starts on Saturday night at 7:30, and so we'd encourage you, as we do every year, just to get involved and get clued into what God is doing, as we've seen this week in Wondrous as a whole, but also the youth specifically. So 7:30 every night, starting from Saturday through to next Friday, and I know Tony will be glad to see you there, and also Pastor Ross and the whole Serious4God team. So please get down and do your best to bring as many people as possible.